Hey everybody, and welcome to another All About RVs video. Today we're going to take a look at a brand new 2020 and a half Forestriver RPod 196 model. This is a brand new floor plan for the RPod lineup. We're going to take a few minutes, walk you through the inside and outside of this coach. All right guys, we are now up inside the new RPod 196 travel trailer. We're going to take a few minutes and show you around the inside of this new coach. In the very front section of the coach, you have your traditional RV Queen 60 by 74 walk-around bed. There's some storage underneath of there, so that will raise up so you can store some stuff under there. Electric outlet USB chargers on both sides of the bed. Windows on both sides of the bed do actually open. Closets on both sides of the bed with little shelves up above. And those closets have a little backlit LED light system that turns on and off by a switch on the left closet there. Window across the front lets in a lot of natural light. I have it blind closed down on it at the moment, but just kind of give you an idea what it looks like. Plenty of room here to kind of maneuver around. The unit is now going to come standard with a package of a 28-inch LED 12-volt TV, where it used to have an optional 24-inch LED 110-volt TV. So new TV system for the unit. Radio up top there is got a switch up there for the indoor-outdoor speakers, little storage area up there. Kind of spinning back around here toward the rear of the coach, you can see your digital thermostat for your furnace and your air conditioner on the wall there. Sofa in the 196 model, where the 195 model has a U-shaped dinette there. So that's the big difference between the two models. Overhead cabinets in the slide do open and have little shocks on them to support them. And they also have the nicer Euro hinges on the cabinetry in here. Just gives it a little cleaner, sleeker look. On the new mid-year model change version of the 195 and also the new 196 model, you have a pocket sliding door where the older version had a swing door. They did that pocket sliding door because when the slide out is closed and you're in travel mode, makes it easier to get in and out of the bathroom area, but also makes it easier to get in and out of the bathroom area when you have the portable table up if you want to use it. Mostly I would use that outside underneath the awning section there, but it is a good little table for in here on a rainy day. Good sized little shower area here. That is an ABS tub surround, little pull around curtain which is attached at the bottom and at the top. Skylight up above. Traditional wood medicine cabinet instead of plastic like some other brands are using. But overall, for a small unit like this, it does have a decent sized little bathroom. There is also a turbo exhaust fan up here, sometimes referred to as a fantastic fan, which is great for exhausting out all the moisture and stuff from your showers. Spinning toward the rear of the coach again, we are looking at the kitchen area. You have the furnace down below and a convection microwave down there too. The convection microwave is also now standard where it used to be an option. 2-burner gas stove top there. Does have the little glass cover which flips up and acts as kind of like a backsplash. Nice large sink. The sink is a rounded sink, but you can still fit plates and stuff in there comfortably and get them in and out easily. It's bigger than a normal plate. The stove exhaust up top has a little built-in LED light and fan in there. On the left-hand side back here, we have the traditional gas electric RV refrigerator. This is a 6 cubic foot gas and electric refrigerator. This is what you found in most travel trailers over the last probably 15-20 years or longer. The other RPods will have a little bit smaller version. In the slide-out RPod models, you'll find a 5 cubic foot refrigerator, and in the non-slide-out models, you'll find the 3.7 cubic foot refrigerator that they've been using for years past. Down below the refrigerator is a new feature, a dustpan vacuum system. So you can broom the dirt right into the dustpan vacuum system. Now it does have a hose system that you can purchase separately from the vacuum maker off their website if you would like to have the hose attachments. To the left of that is the electric box with your breakers and fuses in it. And on the other side of the wall, you have your pet-friendly bowls that are down there, the fire extinguisher down there, little coat hooks and stuff there. Your pre-wire for roof mount solar panel system is the little sticker that's up there above the switches. The switches here have your monitor panel with your water heater gas switch and water pump switch, the electric switch for the water heaters outside. And you have your awning in and out buttons, slide out in and out buttons, LED light for the awning, porch light, and interior light stuff here. And your solar prep stuff here. Traditional screen door that you're seeing there, you'll see that a little more when we get back outside area there. But overall, nice, good little unit. And back in behind here, there is a very large pantry for an RV this size. And it has adjustable shelving, so you can raise those up or down and kind of position them where you want. But that is part of the slide out as it goes in and out. So inside here, basically, you're seeing a lot of the new features, new wood, new flooring, new design, new model in general. We're going to head on to the outside and show you the outside features and look. Be sure to check us out, couchesrvnation.com. All right, guys, we are back on the outside of this new 2020 and a half RPod 196 model. And as you can see here, as part of the mid-year model change, they have a windshield across the front. So that is a new feature for the RPod lineup that you're going to see on all the new mid-year model changes. Also, not anything real important, but the little frog logo guy changed. The 10th anniversary plain flying frog changed to mountain climbing, hiking frog. Stuck with the traditional gray fiberglass they've been using for about the last year and a half or so. And they went to, on the 195 and 196 models, a traditional power RV awning instead of the Thule awning or R-Dome feature. You cannot get the R-Dome on the 195 or 196. So you will find your traditional RV awning. The awning has an LED light strip in it as well that is built into the tube of the awning. I couldn't quite get the awning all the way out to show you that, but I did get it out some just to kind of get you an idea what it looked like. And you can see here, you know, traditional black frame hardware and everything. It does have the adjustable arm so you can tilt it for water runoff. Storage compartment down below goes all the way across the front section, so you got a pretty good amount of outside storage. There's also an optional outside kitchen that you can purchase that slides in and out of there that is removable, but the gas hookup for it is on the front tongue over there, and you have the little outside spray port that's hanging down there to use. The unit is a single axle. The axle is larger than the other RPod models. I'll show you that when we get around to that section there. Also, the unit is pre-wired for the new antenna system for Wi-Fi if you wanted to do that aftermarket too. Black tank flush hookup here, electric outlet right there. You have traditional outdoor RV speakers there, porch light there. The axle on the camper is also a torsion flex axle instead of a leaf spring axle. Nicer setup as far as up and down bounce and shock absorbing. Aluminum wheels, they are 15-inch tires. Double entrance step going in and out of the coach. Large folding entry handle to help you get in and out of the coach. I would definitely recommend checking out the information on the AsdaleOnboard.com website there. Kind of tell you and show you about construction of the Asdale feature. That is a really nice upgrade on the fiberglass construction of an RV to help keep it from delamming and rotting from water damage. So definitely check that out. On the rear of the coach, you have a traditional 4-inch square tube bumper. There's some low point water drains down there below the water heater you can see sticking down. 6-gallon gas electric water heater standard on the coach. Furnace exhausting out there in the lower left side. Ladder to get up and down on the roof. All LED taillights and running lights on the outside. Refrigerator access panel on the far right there for maintenance purposes. Detachable power cord in the lower corner here. Cable and satellite hookups also right there. Now you have 2 dumps on the RPod 196 and 95 models. The bathroom and kitchen with this thing sitting as low to the ground as it does, it's too hard to connect them together and make water flow properly the way it needs to go. So you have a kitchen dump back here, and then you have a bathroom dump up in front of the axle. That's the reason for the separation of the two. There is also a optional aftermarket feature that some customers are choosing to do. It's called an axle riser kit, and that will actually go between the axle and the frame and raise the camper another, I think it's about 3 inches, 2.5, 3 inches off the ground. So if that does interest you, if you like to go off-roading or that type of stuff, definitely talk with one of our salespeople about that, and they can kind of go over that with you too. It is not a factory feature that they offer here on the East Coast. Slide out is electric, and it is a Schwintek slide system currently being used, and they have a really nice thing on their website that kind of explains that on Lippert's website. If you're interested in learning more about that, lci1.com will kind of teach you a little bit about that on their website. Your traditional city water and freshwater fill-ups are located right there. I'm going to step back here a little bit, let you look down this side a little easier. Power tongue jack on the front of the coach. Single 20-pound propane tank standard. Some customers are choosing to aftermarket upgrade to a dual tank system. Be sure to, again, talk with our salesperson about that if that feature does interest you at all. Room for 1 or 2 batteries to go on the front of the coach. And this little black plastic thing down here is to stick the 7-way Bargman plug in there. The coach does have brakes on it. The weight sticker on this coach is right there, and it's showing 3,540 pounds the way this camper sits. Back here, we'll show you these little informational stickers back here, and it basically is going to tell you that you have a max weight capacity of 4,757 pounds. That's tongue weight and axle weight combined. The axle weight is 4,400 pounds. So you take your axle weight and your tongue weight, and that's how you get your gross weight. Not all the weight of an RV sits on the axle. This particular coach was built 8/8 of 2019. It's one of the first mid-year model change versions to roll off. Tires, ST 225 75 15D range tires. Again, guys, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you are interested in keeping up with more videos and learning about the new RVs that are coming out. If you got any questions, please feel free to give us a call. If you're interested in buying one, definitely please feel free to give me a call. I will definitely save you a lot of money on a new RV. Toll-free number 888-417-8299. CouchesRVNation.com.